welcome to Lisa Bella, Mancello & Co. It's a place where we empower and educate entrepreneurs how to start and grow thriving businesses with planning, strategy, and savvy business building tools. So how's everybody doing today? How was your lesson yesterday? I absolutely loved the feedback I got. It was so amazing. And from the bottom of my heart, I say thank you. You don't understand how nice it is to get feedback and love, you know, when you do something and people are just like so amazing. They just give you such awesome feedback. So how did yesterday go for everybody? Did you do the work? I really hope so. You guys have to really get a solid foundation before you can progress. So please make sure that you did yesterday's class. If you haven't done it yet, don't continue watching this video. Go back, do yesterday's class, and then come back and do this one. It's really a process. I'm very strategic in the way I work everything out is step by step by step. So you do it's like Lego, it all like slots in. So please do the class, you won't be sorry. So today's class is really exciting. It's one of my favorite topics. I often speak about my success path. I believe that success requires a path with actionable steps, which you apply massive action to. You gauge where you are fortnightly and boom, success is inevitable. So if you apply this regularly to a point where it just becomes automatic, this is honestly the best way to create a high level of productivity in your life. The success path is not simply just concepts that we have in our minds that we'd like to accomplish. These are actual actionable steps we take. In other words, they just structured in a way to take massive action. And that's like a word you'll hear me talk about all the time, is taking massive action. Because success does not happen by accident. Success is honestly something that you plan, something that you create. So let's geek out. A step-by-step process of setting up a success path, and explain why this process is the closest thing to rubbing a genie in a bottle and accomplishing anything you want in your life, right? So this to me is a no-brainer. It works all the time. You can't fail with this process, so let's get stuck in. So let's talk about goals and outcomes. It honestly blows my mind how many people do not set goals in their lives, their businesses. There's been so much research done on how goal setting honestly betters people's lives. And the people who do set goals, how much closer they come to accomplishing what they want compared to the people who don't set goals. And I think it's like a staggering amount. I think it's like 80 or 90% of people do not set goals. That blows my mind, honestly, seriously. So we have to be clear on what we want before we can achieve it. It's that simple. So I've been using them so regularly that in a way it's become automatic for me, and it's creating such a high level of productivity in my life. And I want to make sure that all of you guys know how to get on the success path by setting goals. So the success path is not just a little airy-fairy idea and then you scribble some stuff in your journal and you actually then give it away to the universe and hope and pray it comes true. But these are actually the actions we need to take to make our vision a reality. And baby, when I'm talking about action, I mean massive action. This is a structured program, and if you follow the steps and stick to the program, you will not fail. It's a 90-day program. But hey, your dreams are worth it, aren't they? You can dedicate 3 months to making your dreams a reality, can't you? Now, let me say, I can do it. Step 1 is the brain dump. So you need to get a blank piece of paper, and don't do it while I'm talking now. Just listen to, the process and what I'm saying, because I've actually given you a little action plan. So once we finish talking, it's going to take you a while because it's processing, it's work, but it is so worth it. You really, really, really need to be doing it. So just listen to me, and then afterwards take the little action plan I've included and do it for yourself. So on a blank piece of paper, write down absolutely everything you want to achieve or accomplish in a certain area of your life. This honestly works for anything, but as we're doing a business challenge, let's focus on your business. But as I say, you can use this. This works for anything in your life. So give yourself 15 minutes and write everything that you want to accomplish, everything that comes to mind, regardless how arbitrary, random it may seem. Just write, and write some more. Just write it all down. I know some people have really lost faith in themselves and do not see this as a possibility at all. But then you just have to say to yourself, if I had not lost faith in myself, what would I want to accomplish? So dream big and be fearless. Honestly, be fearless. Once your list is done, I suggest you grab a cup of tea and just let your mind settle for a few minutes, because you've really done some heavy brain dumping. And now we need to prioritize this list. I know it's possibly very long. So for now, I want you to choose 3 of your top priorities. Look at these priorities and see if there's anything else on your list associated with the priority. So for example, we're talking about 100K a year business, and you might have put there, start teaching writing workshops. So this would be associated with making 100K, as this would be a tool to get you to your 100K. So chuck it under the 100K section. I'm assuming that the 3 priorities might be very similar to the exercise we did yesterday on your list. If not, it doesn't matter. Now, out of your 3 priorities, choose only one that you're going to be working on for the next 90 days. Sorry, 90. Make sure that this is the most important one for you. Again, I'm going to go with the example of us building, 100K profitable business this year. So the 100K, we're talking about profit, not even costs involved. We're going to think big. We're going big, baby. So take that priority and write it in a 90-day measurable outcome. What that means is maybe your big goal is, I want to have a business that's going to bring in the 100K. So what can you do in the next 90 days to make sure that we can do this? So let's just break it down. So let's say, for example, by the end of three months, you are going to earn $10,000 a month. And this is going to happen every single month, right? This is your priority. So every month, I'm going to do 10K. So in 90 days, I'm going to do my first 10K month. Whatever it is, pick something that is measurable, that you can put a measurement on for 90 days, and something that's really important to you, something that really means so much to you. If you want to meet a man in the next 90 days, the man of your dreams, how many dates would you have to go on to make this a reality? Because let's face it, honey, it's not just about writing it in your journal, say, here, universe, and not doing anything about it. It's not going to work. The more action you take, the more results you're going to see. And I love the law of the universe. I love gratitude. I'm a huge believer, but I believe in action. I believe you have to take massive action. So I'm trying to stress that you can't just write. Like, there's so much teachings on it now where you just write it down and leave it to the universe to manifest. No, it's not going to work, hun. You got to take the action. So you writing it and making a plan just puts that amazing energy into work. And as I say, you still have to take the action though, decisive action to make this come true. So the next thing you're going to do is write down everything you need to do in the next 90 days to make sure that you accomplish the goal. Again, this takes massive brainstorming. So get a huge piece of paper, sit down and write down every single thing you need to do to accomplish that goal. Do you need to delegate to anybody? Do you need to learn anything? What steps do you need to take? You write down absolutely everything, and as much as you can write and in as much detail as possible. For example, if your goal is to grow your business from 1K a month to 10K a month, then you want to just look at what products you've got, okay? So let's say in 90 days you want your first 10K month. You need to look at what products you have or what services you have. Do you need to create new products? You know, are your products sufficient? Do you need to work on creating new products? Your price points, you know, obviously you need to work out, okay, if I need to make 10K a month, I need to make, you know, sell this much products, this, you know, whatever you've got going, you need to really be crystal clear on that. And how much do you actually need to sell to make that 10K a month? And then you need to look at other things like your marketing. How are you going to get in front of your ideal clients? How are you going to get your product out there? How much marketing would you need to do to get your product out there? What budget do you need to make this happen? Because marketing isn't always free. A lot of times it is, but sometimes you also need to pay for it. And then you need to look at your sales system and break it all down and what you need to learn. You know, marketing, there's so many tools. You know, do you need to learn new skills? Do you maybe need to have your marketing running on automation while you're doing the selling? Would you need to outsource any of the work? And you should have by now this ridiculously long to-do list. Now you have to look at all those things very specifically. Every single one of them, plus every single other one of them, should equal your accomplishing 90-day goal. So one of the things that I like to do to make success inevitable is to take massive, massive action, which means my success path would exceed the results that I want to get. For example, if I want to sell 10 spots in the upcoming course, like say it's just a small program and I'm charging maybe $1,000 and I want to sell 10 of those. So then I would just say, if I schedule sales calls with 100 people, I'm probably going to sell my 10 spots, right? This is massive action. I'm probably going to end up selling more, to be honest, but I'm over taking action. So this means that the huge action I take, my results will be inevitable because percentages are on my side versus meeting up with 10 people and hoping for the best and hoping that they're all going to sign up. It's not going to happen. That's not how it happens. So make it inevitable by creating a success path. This list is going to make your results inevitable. Look at your list and put all the items in order of execution and make the items as clear and specific as possible. The list has now become your success path. A lot of small steps which are going to lead to your big outcome. Get a diary, or if you do it online, and put each and every item in a day and time slot. Break it down in such a way that you will be reviewing your progress every 2 weeks. So do 2-week schedules, okay? So every 2 weeks you have your items. It takes a lot of work because you have to really jig it and, you know, just put it in this form that's going to work, but it's worth it. So do 2 weeks by 2 weeks by 2 weeks. So everything is done in that 90-day space, and you have scheduled at the end of every 2 weeks, you review and make sure that you are on track. So this calendar, as I say, it's a great, you know, accomplishment because it will get you to your goal. A great example of this is running a marathon, for example. A marathon runner doesn't just wake up and say, oh, I'm going to run a marathon tomorrow. No, she's got to do a training program, and the program will be designed in increments leading up to her marathon. And if she sticks to the plan 100%, she will succeed at that marathon. It's a no-brainer, right? The secret is, are you going to do everything on that schedule if if it's put in the calendar? This is where I think it gets maybe a little bit interesting. Is first of all, have you got the discipline to sit down and write down all your goals and then schedule them onto your calendar? I mean, this alone is an accomplishment. And, you know, but it feels great once you've done it, because you have to tell yourself that if you do this, you are actually going to achieve your goals. And you might be nervous, but if you map it on your calendar, you know, I see how doable it is. When I put this on my calendar, it's like, whoa, I can actually make this happen. And the second piece of this is really important, is are you honoring yourself enough to do what's on your calendar? Are you honoring those appointments that you've made for yourself? Do you honor your commitments? And I do follow through on what I said I was going to do personally, but sometimes it's difficult. But that's where accomplishing your goals happen. And it's a, you know, it's a date. It will happen. So I'll say that's, you know, the closest I've ever come to rubbing a genie bottle and making a wish was doing this process. And I really mean it, because it's just amazing the results you get from it. So if you make this plan and then you execute the plan, you will have what you want. You will be rubbing that genie bottle. You can have whatever you want by doing this. You can create this all for yourself. And, you know, that's the amazing thing is, you know, you're doing this for yourself. You're actually showing up for yourself. And that's what you've always got to remember, is you've got to find your self-worth. Is it easy? No way. I promise you, it's not easy. It's every day following up. You know, it is not easy. But, you know, you just have to ask yourself, aren't you worth it? And again, this just always boils down to discipline. Is your business or your goal important enough for you to show up every single day, regardless what's going on around you? I believe if we do not get the results we want in our lives, there's no excuses anymore. We have a system. The problem would be, is there an issue with how you show up for yourself and honor yourself? You know, and that's maybe a little bit of inner work as well. If you find that you're letting yourself down a lot, there's so much great stuff on the University of YouTube where you can learn just to maybe build up your self-esteem, build up your self-worth, and just honor yourself a little bit. So I've been on the receiving end where I might just feel flat one day, or really not feel like, you know, doing what's on my calendar. And believe me, I've been there a couple times. But I know, one, if I don't do it, it sets me back and it disrupts my whole plan. And two, and by the end of 90 days, if I did not accomplish my goal because I didn't take the appropriate action, just I know how disappointed I feel in myself. And the thing is, honey, you are in charge of your life and your future and your destiny, nobody else. Can I tell you how incredibly good it actually feels when you have followed through on those 90 days and achieved your goal? So make sure that your action steps do push you, but they are achievable. So please try this for 90 days. It's going to take a bit of work. I'm not going to lie to you. It's brainstorming, but it is so freaking worth it. Okay, so I have put together a quick checklist, and if you go over it, just ensure that you have the steps in place and just take your time. It's not something you can do in 5 minutes. Have a glass of wine or a cup of tea and really enjoy the process. And I promise you, this is so life-changing. I have clients who pay me, you know, to spend a day with them or half a day with them, and then we go through this. I have at least 30 clients who do this. So we put together their plan, and then we put together a marketing plan, and the results are absolutely bloody amazing without fail. Seriously, that, you know, it's just amazing because these clients have done the work before. They've seen the ridiculously good results they get. Every 3 months they do it. They do their 90-day plan every 3 months because the results are so ridiculously good. So please do it. As I say, it takes some work, but you know, the more you do it, the more it becomes a habit and the easier it comes. It's a bit difficult in the beginning. Make sure you write everything down though. It's so important. And I love you guys. Have a freaking awesome day, and I will see you tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to look at the 5 things your business needs to grow and scale. So it's going to be another amazing day. I can't wait to see you. Cheers. Bye.